Alright, it's been a little while since I've done a video, so it's going to be a little hard for me to remember everything that's happened, but I did not have my phone or external battery charged enough to get a video while I've been out. My last video was 5 miles outside of Daleville, so I'm going to leave or pick up where I left off there. So that day, the next day, we got up. We got kind of a late start. I think we started around 9, and it was pretty hot. We got to Black Horse Gap. I think that was about 10 miles into our day, and there was some trail magic there, riff-raff, some past hikers who I think hiked in 2011, and they gave us some sodas and oatmeal pies, so thanks for that, guys. And then after that, it was like the hottest part of the day, and we were just dragging. So we went a little bit further, maybe another 3 miles, to Boblet Shelter, and stopped for maybe a 2-hour break and waited for it to cool off a little bit, and then hiked another 3 miles down to a road where there was water, and we were hoping we could tent there. We managed to find a spot to put up our tents, but it was less than ideal. The next day, we got up and, I don't know, maybe 5 or 6 miles into the day, we passed Jennings Creek, where there's a swimming hole. It wasn't really hot enough to swim then, but we decided to stop anyway and eat a little bit of food, take a break there. And we were there for probably about 5 minutes before Dreamer showed up in a car with his wife, Socks. They're through hiking. She had to get off the trail, forget where, maybe Franklin. Hello, kitty. Because of an injury to her knee, but she was up visiting Dreamer, and they decided to do trail magic, and that was awesome. Thank you guys so much. So we hung out there for about an hour and a half, and then took off and got to Bryant Ridge Shelter, which is a really nice 20-person shelter, and I would love to have stayed there, but it was only 12:30 when we got there. So we kept going and got to Cornelius Creek Shelter, which is a really long climb, if I remember correctly, maybe 2,000 or 3,000 feet. And we probably could have gone further because it was early in the day, but we decided to stop, which I'm glad we did because Red Knees and Pigpen showed up, and I haven't hiked with them in a while. We all stayed the night there. The next day, we got up not super early, but hiked all the way to James River, which has the longest footbridge on the AT going across it, and got there. Pigpen, or Old Boy, was there. He had jumped off the bridge, which I guess like kind of a thru hiker tradition. So when I got there, Pigpen was there already, and he was about to jump off the bridge. We got to watch him do that, and then Homebrew got up there, was going to do it, chickened out, came back down. Some just college guys parked there, and we're going to go jump off, and so Homebrew got the nerve again and went up there and actually did jump off the bridge. I didn't because I got shin splints that day. They were starting to affect me pretty bad towards the end of the day, and I was sort of scared that I wasn't going to be able to swim if I jumped off the bridge, so I didn't do it. I kind of regret that decision, but oh well. I'm sure there'll be another place to jump off of a high bridge or something scary along the trail. So yeah, shin splints were affecting me pretty bad. I really wanted to go into Glasgow and get some ice for my leg, so we decided to walk over to this little boat put-in area and see if we could hitch into Glasgow. Well, when we got there, there was a guy hanging out waiting for his buddy to, I guess, bring a car back to put their canoe on, and he like gave us a beer while we were waiting there, and then when his buddy got back, he was like, "Oh, we can give you a ride to the gas station." So that was Dan and Isaac. Thank you guys so much for that trail magic. Went to the gas station, got some supplies for everybody, and then came back, and we probably hiked another 1/10 of a mile and camped together, and that was me, Homebrew, Red Knees, and Pigpen. The next day, we were planning on doing around 20 again, but my shin splints were so bad that I barely limped out 10 miles to Punch Bowl Shelter, and when we got there, who was there? Slim, Grinch, Kermit, Monk. I hadn't seen Monk in a while, so that was cool to run into him again. Kermit showed me some exercises to do with my leg to help with the shin splints, and yep, stayed there that night. And the next morning, because it had been so hot, we decided to get up really early. Oh yeah, and Munster cheese was there too. So we got up, I think around 4, and hit the trail by 4:30 or 5, and hiked. Where did we stop first? I'm not really sure. We hiked 15 miles. Oh, we ran into Red Knees, who had gone further than us that day, more than 10 miles. I think he probably went about 20. So we ran into him about 10 miles into the day. He was just getting up and leaving the shelter he was at and was going to go into Buena Vista, which was like another 2 miles from there, the road to Buena Vista. So we passed him, got to the road to Buena Vista. It was starting to get hot, and we had a 2,000 or 3,000 foot climb up to this ridge line. We got up there. It was so hot, and there was a shelter that was 6 cents a mile off the trail, but it had water, and we were out of water, so we knew we were going to take a really long break during the hottest part of the day. So we went down there, and that was like Cow Gap Camp Shelter or something like that. And it was far off the trail, but it was a pretty walk down there. Of course, it's always straight down to the shelters that are off trail. We got down there and washed some of our clothes in the creek, put up a clothesline, hung out, drank a bunch of water, ate some food. Somebody had made a little duct tape checkerboard on the shelter, so we gathered sticks and stones and played checkers, and that was fun. Stayed there for 4.5 hours, and then started hiking again around 5, and went, I think, another 6 miles. We were planning on going another 10, I think, or not 10, maybe another 8. Yeah, another 8, and my leg was bothering me, so we only made it 6, and camped near a water source. Again, there wasn't really anywhere to tent, but we made it work, and it was really buggy and not a very good campsite. But we got close to the Dutch Haus, which is what we were hoping to do so that we could get here and I could rest my leg. And the next morning we got up and did, I think, 6 miles to the Dutch Haus, and that's where I am right now. It's behind me, you can see. And I believe it's Lois and Earl's place, and they're super awesome. We got here in time for the last day of free lunch that they offered to the hikers. Had an awesome lunch, and then stayed the night. Slim Jim showed up. DB Cooper and Two Socks were already here. Who else is here? Little Sass, I shared a room with her. Some other hikers I'm sure I'm forgetting, but it's been really restful. I was able to ice my shin and rest, and we're still here hanging out. I think it's probably around 10 now. There's a little trail days. I think it's National Trails Day or something today, and there's a little festival they're having, so we're going to hang out there for about an hour and then hit the trail. And it's supposed to be up in the 90s today. There's an awesome breeze, and it feels great right now, so I'm hoping by the time we hit the trail, which will probably be around noon, that it's not 90 degrees, because we have to go over the Priest, which is supposed to be pretty hard. I don't know. We're going to have it down for the hottest part of the day, and then at the end of the day in the evening, a little up to a shelter. So I think it'll be probably about a 12-mile day, which is not bad. A 6-mile day and a 12-mile day. It's a good break for my shin. Yeah, so that's the update. I would probably have more details in there if I hadn't waited so long to do an update video. So hopefully my next one will be better, because I got my my phone and my battery pack fully charged now. I think that's it. So until next time.